Popcorn World. Popcorn World. Yeah. Now, yes, I can. So you can get this groove in the back of a can. You can make it rhyme and groove and the holes in your hand. Popcorn World. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. I said popcorn make you smile. Ah. Popcorn World. Popcorn World. Popcorn World. It's a popcorn world. The popcorn
world. You're now listening to the Brothers of the Five. At shooting guard, it's your boy, Killer Cam. At small forward, it's Reggie Love. At point guard, C Major. At power forward, I'll be. And at center, Mr. Noise, Lloyd Spence. And now, the Brothers of the Five.
Add one more plus me and
Back at it again. Man, it's Lloyd Spence. That's C Major right there. We glad to be here with you on the Five. Man, like I said, we kind of easing. I feel like we easing into 2024. Like we ain't bum rush 24 like we normally would after the 5, but we kind of easing our way into it. But it's all good though. I like it though. See, Major, how you feeling, baby boy?
Feeling good. Somewhat feeling good, but got some.
Somewhat feeling good. Are you playing? Is this your flu game?
No, nothing like that. I just got some news that kind of expected, but when that ink dry, that Harbaugh news,
Okay. Oh, some. Yeah. Oh, I just see what happened. I see what happened.
Yeah.
Oh man, you're right. We are starting with breaking news tonight. Yeah. I forgot. You know what? And I apologize, bro, because I came on here and I'm being a little insensitive. You're right. I apologize. Because honestly, okay, so let me reset. I'm sorry. We have to reset the whole show. Y'all. Hold on. Hold on. Give me a second. Because I didn't come in with the right energy for my little bro. Matter of fact, I didn't even notice that the hat's to the back and everything. This is my fault. My bad. Right. Let's start over again. Hello everyone. It's the 5. Lloyd Spence, C Majors here, and we come on with breaking news of a sensitive nature, by the way, because of the allegiance that my brother and his family has to a particular university. This is a bittersweet day, and there's no other way to start but to say that Jim Harbaugh has accepted the job with the Los Angeles Chargers. It is a 5-year deal. There's no other information available at this time, but we thought that this would be inevitable. We felt like all the signs were pointing in this direction, but here we are. And I just want to first ask my little bro, who's coming off a national championship with Coach Harbaugh, who has labored the past, 6-7 years with him?
Yeah.
Going through the good times and the bad times. And finally got the national championship they so richly deserved, or stole, whatever you want to say.
Chill out.
No, I'm giving context. How do you feel right now, little bro? How do you feel as it relates to what is taking place right now?
I feel good because he got the job done. He did what he's supposed to do.
He did get the job done. Now that's true.
He did what he's supposed to do.
As Killer Cam comes in the building. What up, Killer Cam?
What's going
on, man?
We're trying to come in with the right energy tonight, Cam, because as you know, Jim Harbaugh just signed a 5-year deal to coach the Chargers, which means he'll no longer be with the Michigan Wolverines. And I came in with some hype energy, some of that, that hypey E40 type, Bay Area, you know what I'm saying? And that ain't what he's feeling. That ain't what Chad's feeling. You notice he got his hat to the back.
Yeah, well, you should be good.
He had a Michigan showing tonight.
I'm good, man. I knew what it was, man.
With all those sanctions and fines, yeah, you better get up out of there.
Do you feel like
I know what that is?
Do you feel like he's bailing, like he came party at your house and ate up all your food and left, and about to leave you with like an empty table? Like,
no, I think he got the job done.
He got the job done.
It's a good way to exit.
He got the job done. He took his lumps and got the job done. And
he didn't take no lumps. Stop that. He didn't take no lumps.
He was out 6 games. That was lumps.
You got favored. Your team probably shouldn't even been in there, so don't do that.
I was gonna say, come on, man. Can we look at this from a real place? What are we talking about right now?
I'm not hating on nobody from getting the bags.
By the way, shout out to Marco Meadows. He said Alabama about to strip Michigan clean.
How? Alabama lost everybody and their mama and their daddies.
That's true. That's true. So let me ask you a question. Sharon gonna get the job, right? It's got to be Sharon, right?
Well, yes, but
I can't imagine it being anybody but Sharon. Let me tell you why Sharon will get the job. Because Michigan is for sure going to get some NCAA violations. And they're not going to hand that to a white guy.
Exactly. That's what I was
going
going to
say.
They're
going to hand that to a black guy.
A brother got to come and clean it up. So.
Brother going to always clean that up.
So.
And then once,
I think they should, but it sucks that he has to deal with all that.
Now, to Sharon's credit, I don't think a lot of them kids are going to leave. They love him. They love Sharon. Yeah, so they may not save him. Yeah, they may not leave. They may not lose a lot of guys. But some guys are going to get out of there.
Some.
That's just how it works.
Of course.
That's just how it works. That's the nature of the game. So, okay, all right. Well, listen, it's going to be all right, bro. Listen, it could be worse. You could be Adrian Griffin today. And a consultant took your job. Now, we're going to hit this now because we have an NBA report that comes in question 4, but I didn't want to wait. It's just too good to wait. So, yes, officially now, even though CNN broke the news last night, but officially now, Doc Rivers is the coach of the Milwaukee Bucks. How, you might ask? Because the Bucks decided to fire Adrian Griffin yesterday. Who is Adrian Griffin, you ask? He's the former coach of the Milwaukee Bucks, who was second in the East with 30 wins and only 13 losses, who was playing not great defense, in fact, terrible defense, but they were still second in the East despite that. And that wasn't good enough for them. They decided to fire Adrian Griffin literally at the halfway point of the season. Gentlemen, your thoughts?
Cam, I'll let you go first, Cam.
I just need the rest of the story to surface. It's way more to it.
Well,
it's way more to it.
There's definitely some internal stuff going on, and I already heard about practices and how the GM being at the practice, and some of the players want to adapt them to Adrian Griffin, and some words were said back and forth. So I'm really just waiting for the whole story to surface. It's unfortunate though, because now you got to get a new coach. Which I think Doc can handle the job.
They got a new coach.
Yeah, it's personality, right? It's all good. But that plays in favor of the Celtics, though, in my opinion. To me, that just plays in favor of the Celtics. Like, they're gonna take advantage of this.
I want to ask you both this question, because for those who may or may not know, the reason why we asked the question in the promo, did Doc steal the job? Doc was brought in as a consultant. And a mentor to Adrian Griffin. He was brought in to talk and say, "Hey man, let me tell you some things you might be able to do better," and blah, whatever. And next thing you know, he got the job. Nah,
that wasn't what he was there for. He was waiting in the wings. He was in the batter's box.
Well, see, I don't know. Okay, but now my question to you guys is this: is that stealing a job? Or is that the Bucks giving him a job?
I think first of all, let me answer your first question as far as what I think about it. I've heard some things that he got into it with Giannis's brother about something, and Giannis took offense to it. So that was something that and it just he lost the pulse of the locker room. But when you bring in somebody of Doc Rivers' caliber as a consultant, and they've probably been talking about, Adrian, all these things coming out and Adrian possibly getting fired. Yeah, they're going to bring in his replacement and say consultant. That way, all they got to do is just move you to that spot. I think it was inevitable. It was in the works. And they just, because why you do it so quick? And why you didn't do any other outside?
It did happen quick. Now, let's be clear. This happened really quick.
I think they had it in their minds.
The story to surface, though.
I'm gonna say something, and most people are not gonna like it. The rewatch gang is not gonna like it. Feel free to put your comments in the comment section or whatever. Hit me up privately if you like. It's fine. I don't care. I'm gonna say what probably needs to be said. I'm gonna talk about the elephant in the room. And I hate to say this, but I think it's true. I've watched enough Bucks games to feel like I can say this. I think Adrian Griffin was not ready.
You ain't saying nothing wrong.
When I watched him coach, no pun intended, he looked like a deer in headlights.
You ain't saying nothing wrong.
I'm just saying, he looked lost. He looked confused. He looked like he didn't know what he was doing. And listen, we all been watching the NBA for years. Everybody in this, and that's why everybody in these boxes is qualified to be here. We've been watching the NBA a long time. I've been covering sports for now 10, 15 years. I know that look when I see it. I don't know what to do. And so now, and here's the other clue that I picked up. I know Stephen A. Shout out to Stephen A. Smith, who called this months ago. Yeah. So shout out to him. I'm going to give him his credit. But I also want to say I kind of saw it coming too, and I'm going to tell you why. I have never, in the entirety of Giannis's career, heard him publicly talk and reprimand his whole organization.
Yeah.
I've heard him talk about other players on his team and say we have to play better, but that ain't what he was saying in the press conferences. He was saying we all have to do better from top to bottom. We were not prepared. We didn't understand the schemes. We're not running the right schemes, this, that, and the other. So that says to me, Giannis, like you said, Chad, that gives credence to what you're saying, that there was something wrong. There was a complete disconnect between the coach and the team. And to have lost this team this fast, this early in the season, bruh, you're not ready. And we say that all the time on the show. There's a big difference when you slide down 2 seats.
Yeah.
It's not the same. It's not the same. So it's okay. It doesn't say that you're a bad dude. It doesn't say that you shouldn't get a second chance. It just means you're not ready right now. And I know everybody saying, yeah, but he's had 14 interviews. Maybe he needed 25 interviews.
He thought he could Mike McCarthy the situation.
Huh?
He thought he could Mike McCarthy the situation.
What does that mean?
He talk his way into it and figure it out. And as far as his talent, he had the talent.
Well, I wouldn't say that because Mike McCarthy comes with a Super Bowl ring.
Because
so at least Mike has done it.
He had enormous talent. Yes, we wouldn't know where Adrian Griffin would end up. No, he had the second team in the league. So we don't know if they would ultimately got to the championship. He rode on the coattails.
In my opinion, they could have made a phone call, which they probably should have done if they make it, before Adrian Griffin got hired. They could have called the Lakers. they could have called the Lakers and asked about Darvin Ham, who probably was the closest to the organization. They probably could have done that. I think they've messed up, and listen, some of this is going to be on Giannis because I think they pulled the trigger way. Listen, I'm not getting rid of my point guard because I can get Dame, who don't even play 80 games a year. They had a good team. They were just hurt. Yeah. I mean, Middleton went down. He was hurt. And we've been picking our picks for the last 2 years, 3. And everybody is Milwaukee is right there at the end with everybody.
Right.
So I think they panicked. I don't think they had to make the moves that they had to make. I don't
they
think
should have fired Budenholzer. They shouldn't have done anything.
Budenholzer won the championship.
Just get healthy. Yeah, just get healthy and stay the course.
Other than the Lakers and the Cowboys and the Yankees, who does that though? Like somebody trying to break their door down to go coach at Milwaukee. You know what I mean? Who does that? That's crazy.
That's a good point. That's a great point. That's a great point.
They still paying all those coaches that y'all mentioned still.
Yeah. I don't know if I disagree with what you're saying, Cam, because Budenholzer, for those who don't know, he had lost his brother.
Yeah.
And so that'll mess with anybody. You're not gonna be the same just when you lose somebody that's close to you like that. So maybe he just wasn't quite, and then you got your guys hurt. Giannis doesn't play the first 3-4 games of the first round. You know what I'm saying? So, I think I agree with you, Ken. They may have jumped the gun a little too early, but nevertheless, they jumped it, and then they hired a guy who didn't have any experience and didn't have a reputation, clearly, or a repertoire of being connected to his coaches. Connected to his team.
He just wasn't ready. Huh? Who does that?
Listen. But here's the interesting part for me, though. This is where we disagree. If you think you have championship aspirations this year, and you know this ain't working, and again, we don't know the whole story yet. I'm sure there's way more that's going to come out over the next couple of weeks. Then maybe you do gotta bail. Now let me say this. This is the other part that you can, like I said, you can email me, DM me, whatever. I don't know if Doc was the hire though.
Yeah, didn't they have, when Adrian was interviewing, didn't they have like Terry Stotts and some other people out there?
But Terry was on the staff.
Terry was on the staff, and they got into it,
and he quit. Yeah, he quit.
Okay.
Let me say why. Let me say this. Why I say that about Doc. Doc ain't.
We've been critical of Doc for years.
Well, and not just the critical nature of what I'm saying, but Doc is not necessarily proven his ability to manage talent perfectly yet. Like he did well with the Celtics. Like there's more I don't do it right than it is I do. If you look at the history, there's more I don't necessarily manage it right than I do. Him and Chris Paul didn't get along. Blake Griffin at some point they fell apart. The whole Clipper thing fell apart completely at the end anyway. He goes to Philly. That don't work. You know, Joel and them get along, but him and James Harden don't get along at all. And then the Ben Simmons thing falls apart. I'm just saying there's
like I was saying earlier, that sometimes talent does make up for coaching. So but
it hasn't in Doc's case. Yeah,
it brought him up.
Only man in the
history.
history.
Brought him a championship. It still brought him a championship with the Boston Celtics.
Okay, I give you that one. But it's also brought him two teams that he had 3-1 leads with that didn't finish the job.
And that's on Doc, and it's on the players too, though.
It's on both. I'm just saying that I don't think this, kind of going back to what you were saying, Cam, I don't know if this is the easy fix that you're trying to make it out to be. And you meaning the Milwaukee Bucks. Y'all brought him in and said, "Oh, Doc, he's a consultant. He big." Okay, I mean, but
I would have liked to see a Van Gundy in there, maybe. Y'all can say Mark Jackson. I'm not a fan of Mark Jackson.
I like Mark.
I get it. I understand. I
don't know if Mark is a bad coach or not. All I know is that the team
he's a good preacher.
But he might be a good coach too.
Well,
he's definitely prophetic because he said he had the two best shooters in the world, and he was right.
And he couldn't do nothing with him.
And he said that before we all knew that they were.
And he said he didn't do nothing with them, but I get it.
He had time. He
had the
wrong. They kicked him out before.
He had the wrong people sitting on the bench. Yeah,
when he turned the corner, they kicked him out the door.
He had the wrong people sitting on the bench. It cost him. So you got to go, Mark.
All right.
Hey, and there's a reason why Mark didn't have another job. There's a
reason. Now that's true.
All right. Okay. Let me stop.
That's true. Okay. All right. But I don't know if Doc is the perfect fit. I love Doc.
I'm rooting for Doc.
And I want Doc to win. But I'm just saying, it ain't necessarily seamless, is what I'm trying to say.
I'm rooting for Doc.
Okay, all right. Well, we gonna see.
If it doesn't fit, then Jonathan is gonna face. If it doesn't fit, Jonathan is gonna say something again. So they're gonna.
All right. We definitely gonna see what happened. All right, let's get to question one. That was interesting. That was an interesting situation. Okay. People are not understanding what just happened yesterday. So let us as the five break it down for you so you can understand. Because you're gonna be mad in a minute. Or you might not be. You might be happy in a minute. But you're damn sure going to be affected. So here we are about to break this down for you. Yesterday, two magnanimous things happened. Number one, The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, was put on the board of directors of the TKO company. Now, why was that significant? Because it probably was the key component to getting the Netflix deal done. To have somebody like The Rock on the board of directors that brings them the credibility they need with Netflix. He probably has a phenomenal relationship with Netflix. So that's how that worked out. And your Netflix deal, by the way, is that Monday Night Raw, starting in 2025, is going to be on Netflix exclusively for the next 10 years. So from 2025 to 2035, Monday Night Raw will be on Netflix. Now, why is this significant, you say? Why would you take up a sports show to bring this up? Because they paid an estimated $5 billion to get the deal done. Let that sink in for a second. I'll wait. Because if you don't understand what just happened, you don't know how the world works. Now, Netflix, admittedly, and historically, has struggled putting live stuff on their site, but not for the reasons that people think. It's not that they don't have the capacity or the capability to do it. The problem is Netflix has 263 million subscribers. So imagine 263 million people all trying to get on a server at the exact same time. That's not going to work out well. So they are working through the issues of their live capacity to be able to bring you Monday Night Raw here in 2025. But that's not really what they're doing. That's part of what they're doing. That's not really what they're doing. Because guess what else is about to happen at the end, I think, of this year or next year? The NBA deal is up. And there's a bid going to happen. And if Netflix is out here handing out $5 billion checks to show Monday Night Raw, what do you think about to happen? Ladies and gentlemen, what could possibly happen in the next year or two is that you could be watching your NBA games on Netflix for the price of $20 a month.
Yeah.
Well, some of y'all don't watch your games anyway, so it's all
Right. Or you can be watching UFC matches for a higher price of $25 a month. Movies, UFC, and WWE all at the same time.
Yeah.
Sports and sports entertainment to me is about to change dramatically. I learned something else this week. Did y'all know that Tubi is owned by Rupert Murdoch?
I did. No.
I didn't know that either. I was like, wait, what? When did that happen? Ladies and gentlemen, the streaming, first of all, what you know as TV has already started to shift anyway. But in the next 3 to 5 years, TV is going to look completely different. And what we call network TV going to look completely different. Now, I asked my brothers right now, do you think Netflix could pull off one of the greatest shifts in sports history and snatch not just the WWE away, which they've already done that, but could they also snatch away the NBA? Because I don't know if the NBA just loves being with YouTube.
Yeah.
They're not really Go ahead.
Is the deal starts in 2026? No, it starts in 2025, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. This starts in 2025. So they have time to work out all of the live issues.
Well, here's the thing. WWE has a contract also with Peacock, I think through 2026. I learned this at 6:30 in the morning by my 60-year-old son. He said, "Dad, do you understand what's going on? Like, this means that this means Netflix is about to have Peacock too." Like it's my 60-year-old. Like, bro, man, let me do some investigation. Man, it's 6:30 in the morning. Don't you gotta go to school? Like, Jesus.
Peacock has all the old vault stuff. So I don't know how. I mean, if they buy them out, that'll be.
Well, they have the vault stuff and they have the pay-per-views.
And they have the live, yeah. That's
right, they have the live pay-per-views.
Yeah.
But I agree with you, Cam, that you paying $5 billion, you want more than Monday Night Raw.
Yes.
It'll eventually happen.
And Fox should be shaking in their boots right now because SmackDown is next.
No, that's my son. That wasn't me. I don't want y'all to think.
Listen, your son is on point. He understands the game. But I'm telling you, I think the NBA is in play. I think sports as we know it and sports entertainment as we know it is about to dramatically shift. And if you're not willing to pay a premium to watch it, you may not be able to see it anymore.
True.
Disney may be in trouble. ESPN gonna have to pony up some dough, of which that means a lot of folk ain't gonna get fired.
Yeah, it's the thing that Netflix is so powerful because like probably 75, 85% of people have Netflix right now. So,
or they have somebody's Netflix account. But
exactly. So why not just get all these things when you already have the people already? Go ahead and get them, the NFLs, the NBAs, the WWEs.
So there's two things. Number one, Netflix is global. Let's start with that. 253 million people watch Netflix. They're not all Americans. So that's number one. So it immediately helps you expand your brand, which is exactly what the WWE and the NBA want to do, expand their brands. So I'm telling you, don't sleep on this deal. This could be the turning point. We may have witnessed yesterday the turning point of all sports and sports entertainment, because Netflix will absolutely be a viable player. Now, Rupert Murdoch owns Tubi, so he's gonna make a play because over the last year wouldn't realize this, but he's built Tubi into a 67 million subscriber company, and they got a nice model to their company. So they'll be in the conversation. But if Netflix is handing out $5 billion checks, the conversation may not last that long.
Yeah, and I heard the deal was like 5 years, and then after 5 years, they can re-up to a new negotiation or something like that. So that's...
And honestly, the whole thing hinges, if I understand it correctly, of how seamless the live part is going to be. In my mind, I think that's where it's all going to head. Because if Monday Night Raw can be live, like it always has been, and it does not interfere with the flow of a regular Netflix consumer, game over. Monday Night Football, Netflix.
You think they did this because of Hulu doing live sports and different?
Absolutely, they had no choice. Netflix was always going to have to try to figure out a live component once Hulu did. But Hulu started with the live part, so they didn't try to start their model any other way. But Hulu don't have the library and the licensing that Netflix had because they got a 10-year head start. So Disney's going to try to get in the game. And right now, Disney kind of has the game because they got, but let's be clear, this is not a small thing. So to be continued, ladies and gentlemen. To be continued. All right, let's go to question 2. All right, ladies and gentlemen, NFL playoffs, the division round is over. And as we picked last week, thank you, Cam, for letting me know. Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. As we picked last week, I told my little brother over there, one of us is gonna go 4-0 and the other is gonna go 3-1.
You a genie, brother.
No, I was just saying one of us is going 4-0 and the other was gonna go 3-1.
Well, you probably
who went 4-0 and who went 3-1?
Well, you probably won't be going 2-0 this week.
I went
absolutely going 2-0.
I went 3-1 and you went 4-0.
There it is.
Yep. Got it. Covered.
Let's talk about the games. Why. And let's talk about the game that everybody wants to talk about, which is the Chiefs versus the Bills. I'm going to go right to it. We're not even going to waste time. Did Josh Allen lose that game for them? Oh, they see that look on Cam's face. Let's see.
I mean, he did a lot. He did a lot to keep them in the game. So, I mean, I don't necessarily think he lost the game for him. But, I mean, you can't just have one person take the fall. So, I'm just saying the whole Bills squad lost the game. But, I mean, he did a lot of things to keep them in the game. So,
So you say no?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Cam, what do you say?
Yes. You the leader. Yeah, you the one pumping your muscles and all that stuff and talking all this big talk. Yeah. It's you, Josh. Yeah. You this fake hero that you want everybody to worship. Yeah, this is you, Josh Allen. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You get this same, you come over and get this same scrutiny that Dak Prescott get. Yeah. Yeah. Excuse my language, the great white hope. You come over here and get some of this that Dak Prescott getting. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Again, you can email me or DM me for what I'm about to say. I had to call our good brother, because I wasn't able to reach the two of you. So I called our other good brother, Reggie Love, this week, especially Monday, because I was livid, through the roof mad. And I'm gonna call the brother out, and I say it with all affection and love, because on some aspects I think he does an outstanding job. But this one issue, he is an idiot, and I would tell him that to his face. Dan Orlovsky, stop it, please stop it. Josh Allen, first of all, nobody has questioned Josh Allen's talent. This has nothing to do with his talent. The boy can sling that field. He is outstanding, but he also has not proven that he can take this team to the next level and get you to that next thing. Now, the Stephon Diggs drop, I stall you out on that one. Stephon should have caught that ball. I stall you out on that one.
Yeah.
But the other two throws, number one, they were good plays by the DBs. So clearly you threw the ball in a way to where the DB was able to make a play on the ball. So you could argue that's a little bit of Josh, that's a little bit of the receiver. But you give credit also to the defense. But them last two throws, nah, all you, brother. And I don't want to hear one more person say, well, Chris Jones knocked him. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Go back and watch. For those who were saying that, go back and watch the damn play. Chris Jones drives the guy towards him, but there's a clean pocket that Josh could have stepped up into, taken just a half a second, and tossed the ball to Skyler. Touchdown. Touchdown. The guy's wide open in the end zone. Touchdown. And then the other throw on third down, I don't know what the hell that was. That was just bad. I don't know why you was throwing it over there. That was just terrible. But that's not to say that Josh didn't keep him in it. That's not to say that Josh didn't have him put in position. That's to say that if we're going to call you great, you got to do great things.
Yeah.
The reason why we call Tom Brady great is because Tom Brady, with a minute on the clock, will drive his team down the field and score. Reason why listen, for all Eli Manning's faults, and there were many, one thing that he was phenomenal at is in the fourth quarter of a game, if he's down, he could drive you down the field and go score. Did it many, many, many times in his career. So the great label, I'm sorry, I love you, bro, but you good. You ain't great yet. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
No, it's not. But he keeps running into that buzzsaw Kansas City, so it's just.
Well, now he's running into all the buzzsaws.
Well, but Patrick Mahomes been running that conference for a good minute, so.
Well, both of them have been glad Joe Burrow was hurt, in my opinion.
You think Joe got him?
I think Joe that guy. I think he been to the Super Bowl, then the AFC Championship game. Yeah, I think Joe that guy. Yeah, he the one I want. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, wow. I think it would have been a different outcome.
Well, I'll say this. I don't know about the Joe part, but I do know this. All right, there you go, Cam. Just send it. I don't know about the Joe part, but I do know this. I was praying that Kansas City won. I wanted Kansas City to win.
Me too.
And the reason I wanted Kansas City,
you want to see that matchup.
Well, not just that. I don't want Lamar to have any excuses from the outside saying, well, if Patrick would have got there, if Josh had to put Patrick out, Lamar wouldn't have got to the Super Bowl. Well, now y'all can't use that.
Yeah.
And Lamar can't use that. So if Lamar wins this Sunday, it's because he put Patrick out.
And I'm assuming you picking Lamar.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that in a minute.
Okay.
We'll get to that in a minute. All right. So that was Kansas City Buffalo. Great game though. Phenomenal game. Well, great offensive game. I ain't gonna say the defenses were great. Defense was okay.
It's a good game.
I didn't think the defenses were great. My opinion.
I mean, it was definitely offensive game for sure.
Yeah, it was definitely an offensive game. What about San Francisco Packers? What y'all think about that one?
Must see TV.
Man, that was good, man. They were a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. I thought, they ran into the hot Green Bay Packers, and I didn't necessarily think Green Bay was going to be in it like that. And they were in it. To
Green Bay hot?
They've been hot.
You wouldn't call them out? You wouldn't call them out?
No, I'm just asking Chad. Why you calling them out?
Because they came into the playoffs in the regular season at the right time, winning. So I mean, I would say
what they done in the playoffs.
Man, come on.
You don't think they're hot? You don't think that Green Bay is hot?
Man, don't fall in that, Lloyd. Don't fall into that, Lloyd. Come on. I saw it from a mile away. Don't do it. Yeah. He trying to say because the Cowboys lost. He trying to tie that in there.
Well, did the Cowboys lose or did the Green Bay beat them?
We got destroyed.
Okay, so
we got destroyed. Yeah, we got destroyed.
See, that makes them hot. So anyway.
So I think that I don't know what this says about Brock Purdy other than he could lead his team to the victory, but does that mean that he's a great quarterback? Or what does it say about Brock Purdy?
Should we still be questioning Brock Purdy at this point?
No.
I think Brock's solid.
Yeah.
Now, let me say it this way. I think he's solid in that system.
Yeah.
You know what he's doing? He understands he understands the system he plays in. He gets the ball out the way he's supposed to.
He's doing what they wanted Garoppolo to do.
He's doing what they wanted Garoppolo to do and what they wanted Trey Lance to do.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give him credit. I'm gonna go ahead and give him credit. I know Ryan Clark is like he don't love Brock Purdy, which I understand why. I do understand why, because he's not phenomenal and he doesn't have transcendent talent. It's very clear why he was the last pick in the draft. Yeah. But maybe he shouldn't have been the last pick. Maybe he should have been like fifth round, fifth, sixth round. You know what I'm saying? So, but he's fine. He was fine. So, but let me just say this. Despite their loss, Lions, get all your licks in now. Because Green Bay coming. That squad is coming.
Huh?
Yeah.
They're coming, man.
Detroit coming too.
I believe in Jordan Love.
Wow.
I believe in Jordan Love, brother. Now, I don't know what that last pass was. I don't know what the hell he was looking at because that dude was in triple coverage. But I believe in Jordan Love. I do. I think it's kind of shocking that they're that good. So
I mean, he's been behind one of the greatest quarterbacks, so he got to pick up something.
One playoff game, man, and they didn't play nobody when they beat him.
He was
the shade. Is it 5 or the shade room?
Man, he's behind one of the greatest quarterbacks, so you got to learn something at this point. So take all.
He learned, brother. He learned. Hey, he picked it up well. He picked it up very well. I believe. And I'm talking about they got the receiving core. Did Aaron make a mistake?
I mean, not necessarily. If you want to get out the way and let Jordan do his thing, I mean,
they didn't say he ain't had no receivers at Green Bay. They ain't draft nobody. And I'm looking at 4 receivers over there that look pretty damn good to me.
Yeah.
Aaron
I think
Howard,
it was time for him to move.
Aaron want a big name in there.
Yeah.
Is it always
we throwing it to Devontae Adams for God knows how long?
But here's the problem. Didn't nobody know Devontae Adams was Devontae Adams until somebody made him Devontae Adams?
Oh.
Everybody got to start somewhere.
He was good at Fresno. Golly.
I mean, he was good, but was he transcendent? Was he all world? Was he, I mean, come on.
Goodness, you so hard.
Am I hard? Am I being hard? I'm sorry. Well, y'all listen. Y'all can DM me.
I believe in Aaron Jones more than I believe in Jordan Love.
Aaron Jones put on a clinic. He almost single-handedly won that game by himself.
Yeah, that dude.
So, what about Detroit Lions and Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
Baker, you can't throw that pick.
Nah, can't.
Comeback player of the year.
Can I say this, man? This sounds bad. I wanted to believe. I really did. But but we all saw that pick coming.
I mean, he got him into the playoffs. You got to believe a little bit at least.
Listen. Baker Mayfield, to me, Lloyd, is the clear-cut comeback player of the year. I don't know how you don't vote for him. He's the reason why they got there. Now they may try to slide Joe Flacco in there,
but we saw that pick coming.
We saw that pick coming.
Yeah.
Well,
I felt bad for him too because I'm like,
yeah, he played good.
Just take your time. I was screaming at the Stevie going, Baker, just take your time. Just take your time. It's right here for you.
Plenty of time.
Yeah. Can we talk about Mike Evans? Can we talk about Mike Evans for a second?
You mean quite possibly the best receiver in the league? That's never going to get the credit for it.
Man, he'll look great in the Cowboys jersey next year.
Mike Evans is the greatest safety blanket in the league right now. Because all you got to do is put it in his radius. He will find it for you.
I think he's a free agent next year. So.
He is. He ain't going to the Cowboys, though.
Man.
Y'all can't pay everybody.
We're not trying to.
Y'all can pay Stephon.
No, he ain't coming. Well, you know what? He might take a pay cut and come. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what we need.
We're gonna get to Dallas in just a second.
We are.
But what about we are? Well, we got some stuff to talk about. What about Ravens Texans? That's good. Shout out to the Texans, man, for a nominal season. They just ran into a buzzsaw.
Definitely.
They just ran into a buzzsaw. And for one half, it looked like it was going to be a really good game.
Yeah.
Even though it really didn't, because it just looked like that because of that special teams touchdown. But it looked like it was going to be a really good game because it was tied. But then that second half was like, nah.
Yeah, they stopped playing. They stopped playing with him at that point.
The Ravens was like, nah. Man. Cam, you don't believe in the Ravens?
Huh?
You don't believe in the Ravens?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just checking you out, man.
I mean, CJ Stroud had an impressive first year. So
I think it's beyond impressive. I think that division is going to be one of the best divisions in football for the next. They're going to have at least 3 teams battling out for that division every year. And 2 teams are for sure going to be there. I think the Colts and the Texans are going to be at each other's throats for the next 5-10 years.
Stroud led the league in touchdown interception ratio.
Yeah.
Man.
I'm telling you, the Colts and the Texans are going to be right there together every year. If Anthony Richardson, all Anthony Richardson got to do is just, take some time. Al Brown said take some time. Shout out to Al B, to the great Al B.
Yes, sir.
He said not lose games. That's the criteria for great. Woo. Well, you know what? Let's answer that question. Let's answer that question by going to question number 3. Because, first of all, shout out to Dallas Cowboys is the gift that keeps on giving.
Yes.
They should have a family band of Twitter on Dallas Cowboys. Like, you should say, please don't tweet about the team ever. So it all started when a fan said, hey, man, Dak is a problem in I'm paraphrasing everything I'm saying, by the way. But I'm not that far off. Dak is a problem here in Dallas. And Mama Lamb said, you're damn right he is. She said, and now this is a quote. She said, Dak ain't it. And she said, I hope my baby goes somewhere else. But then, I guess the Parson family was like, no, I'm sorry, I messed up the timeline. The Dak family, like, Tad Dak, is it Tad Prescott? Is that his name? Tad Prescott jumped in to defend his brother. I wish my brother would go somewhere else, too. I've been telling him he ain't appreciated, and I wish he would just pull up and go somewhere else. To which the Parsons family said, hey.
Man.
Which forced Micah Parsons to come out and say, I love everybody. I love all of my teammates. I love all of my brothers, and my brother's comments are his own. However, one thing that he or CeeDee Lamb didn't say was that that comments were wrong. The question I have for you, gentlemen, is there big trouble in Big D? And to Alan's question, is the criteria to win games or to not lose them? And is that where Dak is failing?
I mean, you try not to lose the game. So, I mean, like we've all said, you have to have some game manager in you to not lose the game. And then you have to have other aspects of the football team to help you not lose the game.
But isn't game manager the bare minimum? Like, that's where you're supposed to start. Like, we know no turnovers. No turnovers is game manager, right? Don't turn the ball over.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the baseline.
Yes, baseline.
Don't lose the game for us. Don't do things to lose the game for us.
Well, yeah, don't have your turnovers create points, basically.
Right. Don't let or you're right. Some version of points, whatever that is.
Yeah.
100% agree. So now
like his thing is his turnovers create points. And then at that point, you're at a deficit, which now the defense has to try to do what they need to do.
But Chad,
they behind the 8 ball.
But Chad, I'm looking at the score. The score says 48-32.
Yeah, because
that wasn't all his points. That wasn't all his points.
Okay, so Green Bay was hot. So yes, they're going to score points. You can't give them 14-point head start. And then your offense can't get into the end zone. And then if your offense can't get to the end zone on a 14-point head start, the defense is going to suffer because your offense is going 3 and out. And then your defense got to go back in there, keep defending. I mean, what you want them to do is they playing behind the 8 ball, bro.
So it's the offense's fault that they gave up 48 points?
No.
I'll take the 14 points off. I'll take the 14 points off. So that puts you at 34, right?
34, yeah.
Okay, so that's the offense's fault that they gave up 34 points?
No, not at all. I'm just saying one goes hand in hand. I'm just saying, one goes hand in hand. The highest scoring. Wait, hold on. Go ahead. I'm listening. The highest scoring team in the league
They were scoring 31 points a game.
Yes. And then they score points in garbage time. It shouldn't even be 32 or whatever that they scored. They were garbage points.
I agree.
The game was already over at that point. So it would have been totally, the offense would have been totally mute at that point because they were scoring garbage points.
I'm going to say that
one goes hand in hand, bro. You can't have your defense be in behind like that.
I'm going to say this. This is a tough one for me, man, because I understand what Cowboy fans are attempting to say. First of all, this is so multi-layered, this conversation. So from the fan perspective, I'd like to look at it and say, I don't think this is all Dak's fault that they lost the game. No. So that's what I'm going to start with that.
I'm not saying that either. I'm not saying
I don't think you are. But I understand what you are saying. And Dak did not play his best game. Even though he put up 400 yards. Ultimately, he didn't play his best game. So I'll start with that. But I'm also going to say this. This is a problem. This is not a small problem to me. Because the fact that CeeDee Lamb and Michael Parsons got a podcast, y'all.
Yeah.
He is the football version of Draymond Green. He got a lot to say all season long. Except that I ain't heard no show about this yet. I've been waiting for it. Have you seen it?
Nope.
Yeah. Cam, have you seen the Michael Parsons show where he comes out and says, hey, man, I love Dak. And Dak is my guy, and we are boy. See, now Jay Jordan coming out about intellectual haters. See, that's spoken like a diehard Kool-Aid drinking Cowboy fan.
Golly.
This ain't got nothing to do with intellectual hate. This is just reality. Yeah. Why won't his team? I have not heard.
He should be validating for him.
I have not heard one teammate step in front of a microphone or a camera. And we talk about the new media and they control the narrative. Then get on uninterrupted. Get on your elk. Open up your own damn camera and go to Instagram.
Come on, man. Chill out.
Even Terrell Owens is crying over Tony Romo.
I'm just saying, where are the tears for that's my quarterback? It's not fair. It's my quarterback. I ain't heard nobody say it. I heard the owner say it. I ain't heard a coach say it. I ain't heard a quarterback's coach say it. I ain't heard a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader, the vending machine guy. Nobody is speaking up for Dak at all.
Maybe that's the thing, though. Maybe that says it all. Silence says it all, bro.
But this ain't Dak's fault. Y'all not losing because of. Let me tell you something. Nobody misses the NFC Championship game for 30 years because of one guy, right. Unless the one guy is the owner.
Yeah, I mean, that's it right there.
That's it right
Don't
give me the microphone in. Go ahead, Cam. I'm sorry.
Well, I ain't got nothing to say about that. The Cowboy team. I don't like Dak. But Dak,
you don't like him?
I don't like Dak. No, but Dak put up an MVP year this year, and if we're gonna blame the playoffs on Dak, I'm like, you really need to do some soul searching. And I don't like to talk about the Cowboy fans, but I would say, even I would think it would be good not having Zeke there. They miss Zeke. They miss somebody inside that.
They miss somebody pounding the ball, yeah.
Yeah, they missed that in the short yards and stuff like that. Now, I think they found the stud, though. I think this year they found the stud in Ferguson. They got to figure it out.
Ferguson is the real deal.
They got to figure out what it is. But I am not hanging this season on that. Or the playoff game. Not all of it. I'm not putting it on him. No, I'm not.
I think coming out of the season, there's three things that you should be, as a Cowboy fan, you should be able to count on. You have your quarterback. Mm-hmm. You have your tight end. You have your number one receiver. Mm-hmm. Now, everything else is up for negotiation and movement. But at least you got those three things on offense.
Let Pollard walk.
It's probably best.
Let him walk and go sign Derrick Henry.
Can I ask a question? Just as a side note. Just as a side note, can we ask a question? Are you as shocked as I am that Pollard didn't step into it in a bigger way? Like, I was really kind of surprised. And I don't know if that's play calling or what, but I was really surprised that he didn't step in a much bigger capacity in that running game.
Well, I think it is play calling, one. I do blame Mike McCarthy on a lot of things and time management and different things like that, and play calling is one of them. I think we also forgot that he did have a leg injury, so that is he's not going to be the same player that he was.
Well, he's not getting his money. You know that, right?
Oh, I don't care. I don't care. Because we see he's a complimentary player. He's a complimentary player. He needs to be sharing the carries with somebody. I really thought Rico Dowdle should have got the early carries, and then they used Tony Pollard like they've always been using him. Third downs and different things like that. I don't
think either one of them was. I don't think they had a serviceable back on that team.
Well, I'm saying since they had him on the team, I think that's what they should have did.
To me, Dowdle was only slightly better than Pollard.
Yeah, I mean, but I'm saying you had him on the roster, so you got to play him at this point if you're not going to do anything with him. So you have to change it up at least. But I feel like he had that leg injury, and you're not going to see the same Tony Pollard. And they shouldn't have never let Zeke go because he had 12 red zone touchdowns, and where they had trouble in the red zone, they should have never let him go.
So here's the question I have to close this out, because maybe these guys will speak privately and this won't be a big deal, but why not clear it up publicly? It happened publicly.
Somebody should have spoke up by now for that, and ain't nobody done that.
I just don't understand. That's the point I don't understand.
We had regular people setting up for peers. I mean,
there's no leaders in that locker room.
You don't have to be no leader to speak up for who you like.
I was gonna say all you gotta say is somebody put a mic in your hand and you say, first of all, if any cowboy called any TV station or radio station, sports radio station, and said I need to do an interview to talk about Dak, there's not one of those that wouldn't open up their microphones and say, "Come on over, let's talk about it."
Yeah.
Hell, we want that right now. So I just don't understand why the Cowboys are just leaving this out here like this. I just don't get it. But unless they think it's true.
I think they think it's true. That's what I'm saying.
Silence is everything. Oh, Big Trouble in Big D. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think they think it's true because of past years and what's going on. So
I got a quick fix for you.
Talk to me.
For Chad, I got a quick fix for you, Chad.
What's up?
He's still in Denver right now.
Russ.
I heard two that was interesting. That, and I also heard a Justin Fields trade straight up.
Oof. I think Justin Fields gonna be in Atlanta. I think Atlanta gonna trade their pick for Justin Fields.
I don't know.
By the way, what's taking so long with that deal?
I don't know.
Trying to find the coach.
I think the coach. I think
trying to get the coach.
I think they need.
I thought it was Bill Belichick. I thought they settled that weeks ago.
Not yet.
I know you got to do the Rooney Rule. I get all that. The Rooney Rule. I get that. But what are we waiting on?
Yeah. Hey, listen. I don't want him to go to Dallas. I think the perfect spot for him, because it's been a lot of scrutiny on him too. Russell Wilson is still good. Like call it what you want. I think the perfect marriage for him would be in Pittsburgh.
Who?
That's all they missing. I'm telling you.
They need a dependable quarterback.
Oh man, that's good.
Quarterbacks is being.
That's good, bro. That'd be good.
Mike Tomlin deserves a Russell Wilson.
I like Pittsburgh. I like I ain't gonna lie, I like us if I'm being honest. But I ain't gonna hold you. But I like us too. But
anywhere he was wanting to go, he would be a good fit.
I think he definitely needs a fresh start. He's gonna get that fresh start. It's just a matter of where. I would be ironic, and it would be so cool if he go there and have success. If he went to New Orleans and go there and have success.
Yeah, mean, they got wide receivers.
And then after he scored, every time he scored a touchdown, he could look at the camera and give the camera the middle finger, as if to say to Sean Payton. Well, I can't say it on this for monetization purposes, but you understand where I'm going with this.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. No, definitely have a good spot for him.
All right, we got to do an NBA report, y'all. We got to do an NBA report. We talked about Adrian's, Doc stealing Adrian's job. Where do we land on that, everybody? Did he steal it? Or was it given? It was given, right?
He was guided to it.
I think we have to talk about that next week. I think we have to see what else is coming.
We're gonna wait.
Something else is coming. Y'all know it is.
We'll wait. I'm willing to wait on that. Big trade went down. Terry Rozier is a Miami Heat point guard now. Miami Heat got younger. They got faster.
Hello.
They got a consistent 23 to 25 point score. I don't know if they got a pure point guard. Although this season he has played better at point guard, mainly because he's had to because of LaMelo's, in and out, whatever. But I think Scary Terry's the perfect fit for that team.
Yeah, with Jimmy Buckets. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you something, man. I've known that kid a long time, Terry Rozier, since he was at University of Louisville. I've known him a long time. Do not sleep on the Miami Heat. That's all I'm saying. The Miami Heat does not care about your seeding. The Miami Heat does not care about your location of where we start in the playoffs. The Miami Heat does not care about your big two or big three. I'm just saying. Do not sleep on that team. All right. What about the other trade? Cam, you hadn't had a chance to respond to this.
Oh, I like it. Listen, Siakam is the perfect fit for any team. That's what
He
you can say.
He is.
The Mavs needed him. The Lakers needed him. The Knicks needed him. Boston needed him. Like, he's the perfect fit. He's the perfect player, man. Like,
I want to ask you a question, Cam. Did the teams that needed him most do enough? Why didn't they do more to get him? The teams that needed him most.
I think with what they have right now, I think he was the missing piece for two teams, for the Mavericks and for the Thunder. I think he was the missing piece.
Well, that's why I asked the question. The Thunder, I believe, could have made a run this year with Pascal Siakam.
We know what they want, though. We know exactly what the Thunder want. They want marketing. They want lower marketing, and it's probably going to happen.
Wow.
Yeah, it's probably going to happen because they got 1,000 draft picks that they can give.
Who did you get rid of? Giddy?
I don't think you have to get rid of a lot of people because you got 1,000 number one draft picks.
You do, but aren't they going to want to? But if you're the Jazz, don't you got to get something back?
1,000 number one draft picks.
Are you taking? So does it mean you're taking the season if you're the Jazz?
If the Jazz get 3 number one picks from them, that's well worth it for marketing.
Okay. All right.
Especially when he can walk away after the season.
All right. Joel Embiid scoring 72. Thoughts?
He's up there in the MVP voting for sure.
I disagree 100%. I disagree 100% on what you just said.
You don't think so?
He is not up there he is the MVP.
Well
everybody until further notice, Joel Embiid is playing out of he is making his MVP run look like it shouldn't have like we gave it to the wrong guy last year.
Whoa, he got it last year.
That's my point. He is playing so well this year that it makes it look like we gave it to the wrong guy last year. Like we should have just waited one more year, bruh. And let me tell you, as a former big man, the way he got his 72 points, I bow down, sir. Because that was work. He put in work. 1-3.
Should
that's work, baby. That's work, baby.
Should Wembanyama study that tape?
He had 33.
Still.
I was going to say, I don't know what more he could have done because he did his part. He
It's one of his best games of the year.
He just ain't ready yet. But 33, I mean, on most days, that's a great night.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. I ain't know
until the guy across from you doubles what you did. So,
more than double.
All right, so let's talk about it. Who's the real contenders right now? Who are you believing in? Are we believing in Minnesota now? Do you have to believe in Minnesota now?
I believe in Anthony Edwards, not necessarily Minnesota.
He the same. Who put them out last year?
No.
I'm just gonna say this to Cam's phenomenal point that he just made. Well, it's gonna sound crazy. Again, you can DM me, email me. It's
fraud.
Anthony Edwards needs some help. He needs some help. He needs some help in a regular season game. They, as well as Oklahoma, are very challenging to play because there are two teams that are selling out to the regular season. And that's fine. Nothing wrong with that.
We called that at the beginning of the year.
Huh?
We all called it at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, we all called it. We all said that. So that's fine. But Anthony Edwards, when it's going to come time to hit, when the rubber's going to really hit the road, ain't nobody going to let you get all them points, brother. Nobody going to let you do any of that stuff you're doing now. You going to catch these double team hands, brother.
I can't wait.
Oh, yeah, he definitely about to do double team.
That boy Ron C is so thinking that Anthony is the next guy. I can't wait.
Well, let me say this. He could be, but not this year. He needs help. He needs some help. He got to get some help. He has no help.
The way Jokic playing, the way MB playing, the way HGA playing.
Right.
He ain't gonna be that guy.
Didn't Cat score 62 the same?
Yeah,
but that was fraudulent.
Yeah. They were forcing him.
That was fraudulent 62. Yeah. They first of all, you beat who was the Rockets, the Jazz? It was somebody that didn't deserve to be on the court with him anyway.
So will his next step be on a different team with that fix everything?
I still no. Anthony Edwards ain't going nowhere. That's his team until he makes a trade demand. That's his team. But I still think they need to make a trade. I do not think Rudy Gobert and Cat work well together, and I think they're sacrificing scoring for defense, and the defense is fine. It's okay. It's a good regular season defense, but it's not a playoff defense. I think this defense has hit the ceiling that it's going to hit. It ain't going to get no better than what it is.
I agree.
So we'll give him back Andrew Wiggins. We'll give him back Andrew. Cat.
Look at him always trying to lobby for his squad, ain't he? But I ain't mad at you though, because I'm trying to lobby for ours. We trying to lobby for ours, so I ain't really that mad.
They need to trade Gobert for a 3. They need a
legitimate 3. They need a legitimate 3D guy. Yeah, I agree. So who is the real deal in the East and West? Is it the Clippers? I keep hearing a lot of Clipper noise. The Clippers. A team that we've already beat twice.
Yeah, you can say that, but
and we should have beat them last night.
Without LeBron, exactly.
Without LeBron.
When it comes down to it, you just got to figure out who you're going to have. You either going to play Paul George or Kawhi. One of them will be hurt. Y'all know that.
But let me say this about the Clippers. They don't have a bench. They don't have no bench. So, again, when the playoff comes, where are they going?
I like the Clippers.
The 5 gonna play a lot of minutes.
5 is solid. That 5 is solid, but they don't have no bench. Listen, shout out to Russell Westbrook who went back to the bench to help the team, but you were supposed to be on the bench. But
if you're in the playoffs, your bench is gonna be like 7 deep, 8 deep. So do they have 3 other guys that
not the only guy that scares me on the Clippers? The only guy that scares me on the Clippers besides Kawhi and Paul George is Norman Powell. Norman Powell is a real dog.
I like Plumlee over there too.
Yeah, well, he don't scare you though. No. We got enough length to stop everybody else. But Norman Powell seems to somehow find the ball and find the basket. He's a problem. But again, I think we're still looking at Jokic. And I got a shock for y'all. And it kind of goes, we're going to answer E and F together. Because for all that the Warriors have just gone through this past week, and we continue to send our thoughts and prayers to that team, because that's crazy what just happened to them. I think they just found their motivation.
Oh, wow.
I think they just found their motivation. I remember, and Cam, you back me up on this if I'm wrong. I think they just we were good in 2020. When Kobe died, something else happened.
For sure.
Something else happened. Like the way they focused in that bubble, you could tell this was not just about winning the championship. This was about defining a legacy and saying, we're doing this for our guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think the Warriors are going to find the exact same thing. I think they're going to be a problem in the second half of this season. I think the whole team, they still may do a trade, maybe not, but I just feel like tonight they play Atlanta. I think they're going to send a very clear message to Atlanta and the rest of the league. We understand where we are now. We understand who we are. We understand. I'm just saying, man, and I hate that this happened. I really do. But when these things happen like this, it's something about having a sense of why. And I think a championship team that has gone through so many great seasons that they have, sometimes you lose your why.
Facts.
And now they found it again.
Facts.
Keep your eye on the Golden State Warriors. I don't mind saying that out loud. So, but I think the Nuggets are for real. They still for real. And I think the Lakers, I'm going to be honest with you, man. I think the Lakers are going to be right there in the mix of it all. When the Lakers lock in, they can beat anybody. They can beat anybody.
So they ninth right now. Where would they jump into? How far
I think they can get when the season. Now this is no trades. This is just them locking in. I think they can get to as high as the 5th spot.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
I think they can get as high as the 5th spot, maybe higher. Now, let me say this. If they get to the 5th spot, they're going to get to the 4th spot because right now they got the tiebreaker against the Clippers. But I think they can for sure get to the 5th spot.
We got a trade.
So that's just me. Cam, Chad, what y'all think?
We got a trade coming.
Well, that's our last question. So we'll just combine all three of the last questions. Who's the trade? Who is it? I heard 3 names.
I know all 3 of your names.
I heard 3 names. Murray,
Young,
Mitchell,
Spider,
and Young. Which, by the way, those are probably the right 3 names. We need a point. Let me tell you something. Cam, I started to call you last night, but I knew you had worked a long day, so I left you alone. But I was so pissed last night in that 4th quarter because it came down to what it has always come down to, point guard play. And it is so frustrating because you can't put Reeves and Russell on the floor together. You can either have one or the other. Now, Reeves, as an individual player, he's outstanding. But he's not a point guard. That's not what he's getting paid to be. He's paid to be a scorer. Yeah. Our point guard, though, is terrible. He is a terrible – because he's not a point guard. He's just a shooting guard that can dribble decently. But as far as making actual plays and making us better, that is not his skill set. And we can't keep going on like this.
Yeah. So out of those people that
massive defensive liability. A massive defensive liability.
After those three people that y'all named, Spider, Trey, or DeJounte, who was the main target?
I'm so stuck. Because I wasn't aware of the Donovan one.
You really want DeJounte. You really want Murray. You really want him. But when you can throw out a Spider out there as a third.
Yeah.
See, the problem is the Spider thing, man, is about 27 points a game.
I mean, Murray probably gonna be that too.
He's not a scorer like that, though, really.
But,
which, by the way, I don't necessarily need him to be.
No, I agree. I'm just
right. But
not 27 tonight, Chad.
you got so the conundrum I'm in. Spider knows how to go score 27 and get 7 assists, which solves the problem on the offensive side of the ball.
Do it.
Not so much on the defensive side. We still gonna have a problem on the defensive side.
Yeah.
Although he's a better defender than Russell is, but we would need him to commit to a stronger defensive presence. But I don't know, Cam, where you at with it?
Well, a couple of things. For one, it's twofold. For one, you got to see who plays better when they're over there, and AD and LeBron's doing a pick and roll over here. Who is that guy that's better over there? Is that Young? Is that Murray? Whoever. Because at the end of the day, it's going to be a pick and roll between LeBron and AD. When you're down 5 or 5 minutes to go in the game, or LeBron going to have the ball in his hand. Who plays better off the ball?
Well, you notice I didn't even bring Young up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
So who plays? But you have to think about Young too when it comes to this. By the way, I think Trae Young gonna be somewhere else. I can tell y'all where he's gonna be at. But you got to think about Trae Young too about this. It's everything about the Lakers. It's all about Bronny at this point. Because if Bronny entered the draft, LeBron is not picking up his option because he want to go play wherever Bronny is. So Bronny, and that's the cold reality. And we knew this 3, 4, 5 years ago. Bronny been saying, I want to play with my son. So if Bronny, which I don't think Bronny's going to hit the draft. He bet not because
I don't think so either. I think he's going to do at least another year. Yeah,
Bryce can hit the draft before Bronny could. But that's
I agree. No, real talk. That's real talk.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it kind of depends on that. I think right now this year you will really need to take him out, take Young out, and the third option you probably put in there is Levine. Plus because of who Levine agent is. Plus, because Levine want to be a Laker, so you have to throw that in there. I mean, you do. It's reality.
You do.
It's reality, but you got to think about life without LeBron. What makes sense? Life without LeBron. You got AD.
Gut feeling. Will we meet again in a week, right before the trade deadline? Because I think it's going to go down before the trade deadline. Trade deadline. Your gut is telling you it's going to be
Murray.
I agree. To me, Murray makes the most sense, and it's the easiest person to put into the offense and defense, and you're not having to force it to work.
It looked like jail. It's easy.
Yeah, it's easy. Yeah. Everything else is a challenge. Zach is a challenge because that's a style thing. Donovan's a massive challenge because he needs the ball. Now, the good thing about Donovan, he buys you 12 minutes a game where LeBron can go sit his ass down.
And AD.
And Donovan will get everybody else involved. Yeah. So there's a massive upside to having Donovan as well. So I'm a little conflicted with that. But if we're just talking about complete player, top to bottom, defense included,
Murray.
It's Murray for me. So
who y'all giving up? Because I know y'all giving up Russell, but who else y'all giving up?
We don't. But see, with this deal, we don't have to give up Austin Reeves now, and that's why teams want Atlanta want a third team involved because they don't want the Russell.
Well, it's going to be Shafino is going to be the other player and the draft pick, but yeah, you're right. It's going to be some other player as well. Somebody on an expiring contract. They'll Now the other name that is interesting to me as well.
For the Lakers?
Yeah.
Andre Drummond?
No, that ain't me at all.
What?
That ain't me at all.
It's very much because I want somebody else to be down there where AD don't have to play the 5.
I feel you on that, but some of us, Christian Wood, just got to stop being lazy.
Oh, so you want Bruce?
I kind of do want Bruce a little bit. Yeah. Can I tell you why?
He's a dog on defense.
He's a dog. I love dogs. He can hit that wide open 3.
Yeah, for sure.
He can hit that wide open 3. So
he is the real thing that Patrick Beverly is trying to be.
Right. He is an actual. He's more Patrick Beverly than Patrick Beverly is.
Yeah. I heard something today about the Warriors possibly looking at Kyle Kuzma.
I heard that too. I don't know. I don't hate that. I just wonder, is he? To me, this is gonna sound bad. God, I'm making a lot of rough statements today. Isn't Kyle Kuzma just Jordan Poole 2.0? With the shirts and the diva mentality and the.
I don't necessarily think so. I don't think. I think no. He's a little bit more mature. I think he's a little bit more mature than Jordan Poole at this point.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, you got the clothes and everything, but I think he's more mature than.
I just don't listen. Draymond seemed last time we saw Draymond, he seemed to be moving in a good place. I just don't want him punching people in the face no more. I feel like Kyle Kuzma got big punch in the face energy.
Yeah, I mean back then, yeah, but I don't think now.
Right now, I feel like he got punch in the face energy right now.
I think he kind of know if he go there, he know what he get himself into. So I think he'll.
But that could be because of who he's around.
Yeah, he around.
I watched him play the other night, and I said, "Lord have mercy." I don't understand how you don't punch Poole in the face daily. Like I'm not trying to be violent. I'm just saying the dude is annoying. He is annoying. I'm telling you something, man. I played with a dude one time, and he was a point guard. And every time he would try to drive to the little dude, try to drive to the basket and taking ill-advised shots. And after a while, I said to him, "Hey man, drive down this court one more time, and I post up, and you don't even look at me. We're gonna have a real problem."
Okay, Draymond Jr.
I'm just saying, man. As a big, you know the type of work that you're doing down there. You run. Yeah. People don't understand. Bigs run court. We the only people on the court running full 94 every time. Because we got to go rebound, we got to go bang, we got to go position. So traditional bigs are running 94. I ain't trying to do all that, and I don't never see the ball.
Yeah, it's a waste of time right there.
A waste of time. And I'm just saying, bro, run down this court one more time and shoot that ball from 3 without me getting. I promise you, you're not gonna want to see me out there in a little bit.
You're gonna be like that dude from above the rim. You're gonna be like that dude from above the rim.
I'm just saying, but Kyle Kuzma and Jordan Poole give me that.
Facts.
They give me that. You just be like, I'm trying not to choke you out, but you leaving me no choice at some point. Like I may have to choke you out.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize for the violent nature. We're not normally violent like that on this show, but Chad, you brought up something about Kyle Kuzma, but I think you buried the lead. Do y'all trade under the circumstances? Let's have an honest conversation here. Under the circumstances that y'all are in,
they only have one player with value now. They only have one player with any kind of value.
And that's who?
Clay. That's the only value they got now. Because Steph, you're not doing that with Steph. You ain't doing that with Draymond. Clay is the only
everybody. Mike Douglas, everybody's on the table. Everybody's on the table.
Yeah, everybody's on the table. You can still do Chris Paul with his expiring contract. You can still do Moody, Kuminga.
Nobody wants Kuminga or Moody. Nobody wants them. Listen. Nobody wants them. Not of a significant player that you can get back. Nobody wants that.
Well, what do you want back? That's the real question. That's the first question you got to ask. What do you think y'all need?
We need a big for sure. We need a big.
But that's where Andre Drummond need to go.
Well, they need something better than that. You need to put some kind of draft pick package future together to get Cat over there. At this point, Cat and because you owe it to Steph to get another superstar over there that can keep him over there for the next 5-6 years. We can
offer Wiggins, Kuminga, Moody, expiring Chris Paul, and some other stuff.
Get that Chris Paul thing. That's not gonna happen. That is not gonna happen.
I'm just saying, if you want to just,
I would say this:
Wiggins and
Kuminga, Wiggins would. Well, will Wiggins want to go back?
You ain't got no choice.
Jesus. Okay.
They had conversation.
Yeah,
the Timberwolves and Golden State have had conversations about Wiggins going back.
I would say this: if you could get Cat out of there, that'd be probably what you need.
Yes,
because that could solve a lot of problems.
Yes.
And you got to get his lazy ass up and down the court.
You can instantly build around that.
Yeah.
So that would be the move if we were to make a move.
But if anybody could push him to his greatness, it would be Draymond. Because Draymond ain't all the way delivered. He ain't gonna do it on the court, and he ain't gonna do it on like the camera. But like when the camera, like in the locker room, though, that chokeout is still real. Like it can really happen.
Yeah.
I love Draymond. Shout out to Draymond. Okay.
Just depends on if they want to stay pat and just go for next season, or depending on, like you said, their motivation and how far they can go. But if they want to just try for next season, they can do that too. So it's going to be interesting to see.
It's going to be very interesting. Y'all impressed by just this is just me asking before we get to our picks. Y'all impressed by Zion's amazing dunk?
I am. Yes.
Yeah.
You say why?
No, I said you are.
Yeah.
You was impressed.
Yeah, because half his body was behind the backboard. Yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna say the same thing that little girl said to Coach's daughter in Remember the Titans when Coach Boo's daughter said to Coach Yo's daughter in Remember the Titans when she was so excited about the football game, and she looked her right in the eyes. She said, "I do not care."
We've seen that. We've seen this before. We've seen him dunking and everything. I want to see it. I'll be impressed if he plays 82 games.
What do you think, Cam?
I just answered the question that you asked, bro.
You answered the question. You answered the question.
I'll be impressed.
I don't know why I'm choosing violence today.
I mean, I'm your Huckleberry.
I don't know why I'm choosing violence today. I apologize. I apologize to our audience. This is not my normal tonality. I think I'm bitter about the Jim Harbaugh thing too.
Man,
I have clearly chosen violence today. But I apologize for that. But no, I don't care. I could care less. Matter of fact, I'm really tired of seeing Zion Williamson highlights. I don't want to see no highlights to the playoffs.
As long as he plays 70 games, I'll be impressed.
That's what I'm talking about. Now, that's more impressive to me than any dunk that you putting up.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, it's championship week. Here we go. We got 5 questions, by the way. First game, Sunday. It's the Chiefs versus the Ravens. 2 p.m. Central for us, for all of us on these boxes. If you're watching this on the East Coast, it's 3 p.m. for you. But, gentlemen, who are you picking? I'll clear the deck. It's the Ravens for me. And Mark Andrews is playing too. It's the Ravens for me.
Oh, okay, yeah. You just sold me right there. You sold me.
It's Ravens for me. And I'm gonna say something else. And I don't know if y'all ready for what I'm about to say. The Ravens are choosing violence this weekend. Maybe that's why I'm so hyped. Because I think they're choosing violence. And I have a strong feeling. There's a reason why this is the 3 p.m. game. You can listen. You can fool some people some of the time. And I'm looking at you, Buffalo. But you can't fool everybody. And you can't fool a real one. The Ravens are choosing violence. Roquan Smith said, and I quote, he put his pants on like I put my pants on. Roquan Smith, Queen, Kyle Hamilton, they are choosing violence this weekend. And listen, Lamar gonna do what Lamar do. But the defense of the Ravens is choosing violence this weekend. And by the way, Marlon Humphreys is back. Good luck to you, Chiefs.
Yeah. You made a great argument. So yeah, Baltimore's my pick.
Okay. Now they may shock if they listen. I may be coming on here with full repentance next week.
Hey man, Taylor Swift might be in the street again doing the swag surf again, man. You know.
I listen. That to me, that's be the best part. Silence and Taylor Swift, that'd be the best part. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I chose violence this week and I apologize. Did I apologize earlier? I apologize. Go ahead. Cam, go ahead. Don't give me no gun. By the way, Facebook, that's a quote from a movie. We're not talking about guns, okay? Stop trying to shut us down, damn it. Okay, go ahead. I knew your ass was gonna choose him. I knew it. That's all right. Let me just say this. One of us is gonna come on and repent next week.
Yes, we are.
We'll see which one it is. All right. The second game, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know.
Oh, I know.
I don't know. Well, Cam, you go first then.
Detroit.
See, man, I'm gonna tell you something, man.
Detroit, because I heard Debo Sanders is out too. That's another weapon out.
I heard Debo is
Detroit. I like they today, and most of all,
coach. He is trending to not playing. I'm
going Detroit if he is playing. I'm going against who I thought was going to win the Super Bowl once the playoffs started.
I'm gonna say this to you, Cam. I don't think you're telling a lie here, man. I saw something last week in the eyes of them Detroit boys.
They smell it. Chad.
I saw something. They believe. Yeah. They believe. They are not. They believe. I'm in the car with you. Let's grab some Detroit style pizza and just ride to the stadium and see what happens.
Chad Hudson.
Hey, we got him in the league.
You got him in the league, brother. Listen. I'm with you. They look good, man. And let me tell you something. Every time I watch Penei Sewell play, it pisses me off because it should have been ours. He is a grown. Everybody gonna be talking about Trent Williams this weekend, and they should. Trent is that dude.
We got him in the league.
Yeah, he that dude. You got to give it up. But that damn Penei Sewell, Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy. He is a problem. So I'm going Detroit, man. I'm going Detroit. If it was Debo, I'd probably say San Francisco. But no Debo, I'm going Detroit. And Glenn has coached his whole entire ass off this playoffs. So I'm going Detroit.
Man, y'all gonna mess up the conspiracy that's going around.
I know.
But that Debo news is big. So if he doesn't play, you see it how Brock plays without all his weapons. So Detroit, yeah.
I can tell you why I'm going with Detroit.
Yeah.
I seen some weakness in San Francisco secondary.
I did too. It wasn't clean this past weekend.
Yeah. You can test it.
It was not clean. And I was like,
Yeah.
If you stay away from that left side, you can get to him. There's a reason why that left side is so strong, because that right side ain't.
I like Detroit.
I agree.
That boy Gardner Johnson been talking cash money to
Listen, it ain't bragging if you can back it up.
Yeah.
All right, we got 3 other questions though, because this is Royal Rumble weekend, my favorite pay-per-view of all year. So we got to ask the question: the main event, well, not the main event, but one of the main events, the Fatal 4-Way. Roman gonna get dethroned?
No.
Because Roman Rock is coming, baby.
There it is.
Yeah. Not yet. Yeah.
Can I just say something? WWE right now is on fire. I'm sorry. With all due respect to the old man. With all due respect to the old man. I love the old man. He set the foundation.
Yeah.
That damn Triple H is on fire right now. God,
but that's how you do it. That's how you hand it off. That's how you hand it off. That's how something's supposed to be handed off.
Hey, man.
You hand it off.
I don't know if y'all watch NXT, but what he did last night by making Rock's daughter the GM of NXT. Come on, man. They're on fire right now. They're on fire. Fire. I'm sorry. And now Roman Reigns, Rock, ready to lead out 40. Punk, Cody Rhodes is the backup. Triple threat match between Nia, Ripley, and Becky. Come on, man. Stop playing with me.
They on fire, man.
Stop playing with me. Bianca Belair versus Jade Cargill. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me.
Y'all think it's gonna happen? Think that's gonna happen?
I think it's a strong. Listen, I think this is gonna be one of the best Royal Rumbles we've ever seen. Which brings us to the last two questions: who wins the women's? I am shocked that Vegas. I am shocked that Vegas has heavy odds for Jade Cargill.
Yeah, I think so. That's the best time to bring her in right there.
Is she ready for it though? She's been working with Natty. Who is the right person. That's the right person to get you ready.
But in the Royal Rumble, you don't have to do that much. I mean,
that's my point. That's my point. That's my point. That's the right person to get you ready for an event like this. But guess who's coming back though? Sasha.
Think so?
Trinity.
All right.
Who you going with, Cam? You don't know what to do you, Cam? Don't you have to give it to Jade though?
I think she's gonna be maybe 29 to 30. She's gonna be one of them.
I think either Sasha, Trinity, or Jade will be the last one to come in. If they're smart, Jade's the last one to come in. Because the place is they're gonna lose it. They're gonna lose it when she walks through. Yeah. Who you going with? Cam, Chad, y'all stalling. Who y'all going with?
I already told you.
Who'd you say?
I told you. I said Jade.
You think Jade's gonna win it?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody gonna beat Big Dog over there.
I think Nia's gonna win it.
Yeah, ain't nobody gonna beat her.
I think Nia's gonna win it.
She's poised to win it.
I think Jade's gonna have a hell of a showing. I think she's gonna have a hell of a showing. But I agree with you, Cam. I think it's Nia's. I think it's Nia's time.
They made sure she got back on the show for this.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
I think there's a reason why I think the thing that's missing from the women's division is a true villain. You need a villain. You need somebody that the fans can get behind that's equal to the Roman Reigns boo on the women's side. And they don't have that. Because Rhea, when she's with Judgment Day, they'll boo her. But when she by herself, they love her.
Yeah.
You need a villain. And I think Nia's that villain. So I think Nia wins it. I agree with you. But what about the men's side, though?
That's a little bit more. That's a little harder.
There's two names that could allegedly be coming back for this weekend to the Rumble. One is obvious. Brock Lesnar. But I don't think they'll give it to Brock. But the other one is we just talked about it. Because there has to be a clear path to them fighting, right?
Yeah, you can't just jump in line in front of everybody.
So Rock.
If he's in it, he's gonna win it. We know that for a fact.
If he's in it, he's gonna win it. I agree.
If he's not in it, I think CM Punk wins.
But what's the game by having CM Punk win though? I don't think there's nothing to gain there. Because CM Punk is gonna be one of the main events of wrestling, whether he wins it or not. to me, the best, especially with Seth going down, because I know they're saying Seth's going to try to make it back. I don't think Seth is going to make it back.
Yeah.
I haven't picked yet.
Yeah, I don't really know how that could go, man.
I agree that if Rock is in it, I think we all agree that if Rock is in it, it's his to lose.
Yeah.
He wins it, right? We would all agree with that. But let's talk about a no Rock Royal Rumble. Who wins it?
Maybe the Russian guy.
Gunther?
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Maybe Drew McIntyre.
No.
It would have to be somebody.
Oh man.
It would have to
Brock
be.
Lesnar too.
Yeah, it would have to be like somebody like that.
I like Brock Lesnar too. If you come back, I think it's CM Punk though.
You going with
It's
CM
got to
Punk?
be like a name. It got to be a CM Punk or a Cody or somebody like that.
I'm hoping for something really raggedy, like a CM Punk Cody tie or something crazy like that. That they tied 3 times in a row or something crazy like that or something. I don't know. But I think I'm going to put my – we said a no Rock.
Triple H has not let us down.
Listen, on fire.
He may have somebody else. He may have a Dean Ambrose coming. It may be somebody else coming back. We don't even know.
Well, I heard. Listen, the rumor is MJF is coming.
It could be.
He has not re-signed. He did not re-sign with AEW. MJF.
That could be it.
He did not re-sign with AEW. To this end, he's not on the website anymore.
I think that's it. I'm going with him.
MJF is supposed to. It could come this weekend, and so could the Japanese kid Okada. So listen, this could be a legend. This is setting up to be a legendary Royal Rumble.
Where is
legendary? Like the name that they're throwing out there, the storylines that are floating around. This could be a moment in time. But if I had to guess, if we are forcing each other to guess, the only one that makes sense not being The Rock, it's got to be Cody or CM Punk. They've built it up too much for it not to be.
You make it throw Randy Orton in there, maybe.
Yeah, but
to come back, I don't know. I think that surprise MJF thing would be.
I'm gonna say it's oh man. I'm gonna go the opposite of Cam, even though, but I'm only going the opposite because that just makes sense. If it ain't CM Punk, it's gonna be Cody winning back to back. But my gut is telling me it's gonna be The Rock because that's what makes the absolute most sense. And because what you could do easy is have The Rock fight Roman. And then your boy has to give up the belt for Elimination Chamber, which would give CM Punk and Cody the opportunity to fight at WrestleMania. So I don't know. But this is the fun time of the year, y'all, as we all know. We're ramping up to college basketball. We got WrestleMania season. The Royal Rumble this weekend. It's championship week. It's gonna be a fun time this weekend. As the great T.O. tells, get your popcorn ready. This is gonna be a fun weekend, guys. Who you shouting out this week?
Want me to go? Okay, I got a special shout out.
Okay.
Shouting out my little brother. His birthday was yesterday. Shouting him out. 40th birthday. Shout you out, man. Also, I got another special shout out. I'm shouting out Tristan Thompson for being an idiot. You're an idiot, sir.
Just be cheating. You'll be cheating. Ooh, you be cheating.
cheating all aspects of your life. So.
Cheating all over the world.
Cheating out, man, it's just terrible. And shout out to the newly crowned Hall of Famers for the MLB. So it's a big
Okay, sorry. Had to get it out.
That's all I got.
All right. Cam, who you shouting out, brother?
Well, of course, shout out to you guys to the 5. I love it. Shout out to my lovely fiance who keeps that smile on my face. Shout out to John who's ramping up, getting ready for that merge over there too. What they got going on?
USF. What is the UFL now?
USFL.
Yeah.
No, UFL.
The winner of this one, the winner of this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have my ultimate shout out too today because I ain't been on in a couple of weeks. I have an ultimate shout out.
Talk to us, brother.
Because his team won. And shout out to Chad Major for the Michigan Wolverines. That's enough said for me.
I was waiting for you to acknowledge me. I was waiting for you to.
He said, "Did you just put Roman Reigns? Acknowledge me. Acknowledge me. What just happened? He said, acknowledge me.
I appreciate that. Man. I appreciate that.
That escalated quickly. I didn't see that coming at all. Okay, acknowledge me. Woo, okay. Obviously, shout out to you fellas. Love y'all, man. Love how we ramping up a little bit here. It's been good. I'm gonna shout out Coco Gauff, who is playing some of the best. I know the Australian Open is one of those things that we forget is happening because of the time difference, so a lot of us don't see it, but I've been watching. Coco Gauff is in her zone right now. And I'm telling you, she got a tough match coming up tomorrow, or I guess tonight. Between with the young lady Sabalenka, I think is her name. That's gonna be a tough one for her. But if she play like she's been playing, she in her bag right now. She looks fantastic. She made that leap that we all remember Serena making back in the day, where she kind of win one, but then she'd like lose a couple. But you could tell she was trending in the right direction. Then all of a sudden, it was just like Serena something just clicked, and she's looked unbeatable. That's how Coco looks now. She looks unbeatable. So I'm so impressed by her, man. And she's next. She's next for sure. She is for sure next. So I want to give her a shout out. And I think that's all my shout outs, y'all. I think that's it. I could give a shout out to Netflix, but we'll do that another time. And I could give a shout out. By the way, shout out to Jeffrey Lurie for pulling a gangster move today and making Nick Sirianni come into the camera and say, "Go hold yourself accountable. Wow. You were terrible this year. Go tell the people what you gonna do to fix it." That's some gangster stuff right there. Oh, actually, that's not really a shout out. That was just me being sarcastic. Because it was all Jeffrey Lurie's fault, but that's a whole nother conversation. What? Okay, no more violence. All right, Cam, fine. No more violence. Cam want me to be the good guy again.
We can say that about that other guy in Dallas too.
Well, when we get on next week, I'm gonna talk about Trae Young because I know where Trae Young going.
Really?
Trae Young is gonna be a San Antonio Spur. There's gonna be a 1-2 punch over there.
Man.
To be continued. Shout out to Jesse Townsend too, by the way. Love me,
sir. Father love.
Some Jesse Townsend. All right, we gotta get out of here. This show was going long, but we had to because there's a lot going on. A lot going on today, so we had to get it out of our system. So that is the great Killer Cam, who is high on love.
Very high.
High on love. Like,
very.
Yeah.
It's like a weed to him right now, just smoking daily. Just
come on now.
Purple haze is what he's at with his love. Just purple haze. And of course, the incomparable Chad Major. I'm Lloyd Spence, ladies and gentlemen. Chad Major is just so cool. He's like, even though he's wearing his hat to the back, don't want anybody to see the Michigan today. I don't understand what that's about. I don't get that. They still won a championship. So why you want to wear the Michigan?
Oh man,
are you in euphoria or are you mourning? Choose, man. You gotta choose.
Black hat, man. It's a black hat for a black day.
Tough.
You can't make some people happy. That's what I'm trying to say. You win a championship, now you don't even want to wear a championship gear.
Hey, black hat for black.
They don't take away the championship, Chad.
Hey, shout out to Sharon Moore, will be the next coach.
Shout out to Sharon. Black man out here cleaning up the mess once again. Okay. We love y'all very much. We out to see.
I will get you 10 when you're plugging in with the there's no mystery. Let's make history with the oh, the song 2 and 3. Add 1 more plus me into the 5. Yeah. Keep it on the floor.